What's going on, guys? Garrett here from the Jobless Gamers channel, and today we're doing Squadcast episode 36 with Mr. Boss for the win.
Hello.
The Saints fan.
What up?
And our special guest, Quantum.
Glad to be here.
Now, this Squadcast is a weekly podcast that we do every single Saturday covering GTA 5 and GTA Online news. And today's topic is going to be everything that came out with the most recent update to GTA 5, which is now PS4 and Xbox One versions. Now, before we do jump into all this lovely information, we do have a sponsor for today's Squadcast. And Ross, you want to explain to the users who Cladwell.com is and why they are our sponsor for today's episode?
Yeah, absolutely. So they approached us and they felt that we had a good audience to talk about this. So basically, Cladwell is a totally free website that gives you a personal roadmap to dressing better. Now, we're all gamers, so that means, sometimes we don't have the best fashion sense. A lot of times we want to just roll with, the gym shorts and t-shirt, but a lot of times you need to, dress better, and that's where Cladwell comes in. And it's
good.
Yeah, you got to look good because there's occasions where you got to go out. You got to look good. You got to put GTA 5 down sometimes. You can't do it 24/7. There's got to be times where you got to go out. So basically, Cladwell is a combination of art and science, and they have fashion experts combined with smart fashion algorithms that allow you to dress for success and also save money in the process.
Yeah, and I know me and Garrett have been. I don't know. We're not gonna lie. Our outfits, our fashion sense is not the best, but this website has definitely helped us a lot in getting, getting to look better. So it's great.
It's a pretty cool website. You can actually go on there and you can choose what kind of styles you like. Maybe if you like the more relaxed styles, you can choose that. If you want to dress to impress, you can choose that. There's a whole bunch of options. It's very easy to use. I'm personally gonna be using it, especially when we're going up to recent trips and events, especially because Christmas is coming around the corner. I'm going back home. I want to look good for my family, and Cladwell.com will definitely
Plus,
help
it's
me.
warm in Miami. You got to get those warm clothes.
Exactly, and it's cold over here in Washington. But with all that said, make sure you guys do check out Cladwell.com. There's a link down in the description at the top of our video. And let's jump right into the information about GTA 5 on Next Gen. Ross, you want to go ahead and take it and talk about the new things about GTA 5 on the PS4 and Xbox One that we enjoy and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess I'll start with the returning stuff because I know a lot of you guys, if you're watching us, you're most likely returning from a 360 or a PS3, which means you got a lot of exclusive content that's just for you. So that's special stuff. I know a few things in particular. The Dodo Seaplane and the Duke of Death, some of the two coolest vehicles in the game. Like, I don't know about you guys, but the Duke of Death is nuts. That's one of the funnest vehicles I've ever driven.
The Dukes is my favorite car now.
Yeah, the Dukes in general, which is available to everyone. And that's something we can talk about as well, those 3 new vehicles.
Yeah, but even first person, the Duke of Death, like with the bulletproof windows and stuff, like it's so much fun. Even though it's so hard to see because like you have like a little slit to look through. But just something about it is just, I don't know, it's really awesome. Although I was kind of disappointed it wasn't an online. What do you guys think about some of
Would it be overpowered in online?
Stuff? Yeah, I mean, if they took off the like the bulletproof windows or like made them not really bulletproof, like they just looked bulletproof, I think it would be good. I don't know. I mean, they could balance it for sure.
At least as a Pegasus vehicle, I'd say it'd be fine. I mean, that would kind of suck, but I mean...
But it has a ton of customization option in campaign. That's the only, downside.
Yeah.
So I would hate for it to be, so great in campaign and then suck in online.
Yeah, I was hoping that it would be like an upgraded version of the Dukes, like you could put like the separate.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Bulletproof windows or just the bars.
Could you imagine how expensive that would be in multiplayer? Jesus, a neon light is like 10 grand. Putting like bulletproof steel panels on your car.
All about them shark cards.
Oh man.
Jeez.
I can't imagine how much money over there. Yeah. Ridiculous. But I know that the GTA 5 in general, we did get it early. We got it about 7 days earlier than everybody else because we had to find.
No, we got it a couple of days. We didn't get it 7 days early.
Oh, sorry, we've had it. Sorry, we've had it for 7 days. Sorry.
Yeah.
And we had it 3 days early just about. And we searched everywhere for an early copy. We were able to find one, and when we got it, I mean, the first impressions. I want to hear what you guys first thought once you jumped into the game. So awesome. When you first picked up your controller, loaded in your CD or your disc, what did you feel from the GTA? Like, what was the difference?
Yeah, well, I mean, right off the bat, you knew it was a new experience. Like, I told this in a couple of my commentaries or videos over the past couple of days, but I literally, for the first, hour and a half, just walked around. Like, in first person, I went from the city, and then I took a car up to the north into, Mount Chiliad, and I got out, was walking around, just seeing all the lighting, the shadows, some of the new animals. Man, it's it's great. It's great. It truly is.
What about you, Ross? How do you feel like when you first picked the controller and started playing GTA 5?
I do what I typically do when I play GTA. I drive around for 2 hours and just like explore, because Rockstar gave us a lot of information, but I was mainly just like, it was a nostalgia factor, because it's like a lot of the content we do is Grand Theft Auto Online, and it's like, whoa, it's like, this is single player again. This is a crazy world that I've kind of forgotten about. So just exploring.
Those are the things that, I mean, because we pretty much all play the story. You know, obviously some of us know or remember the story better than others, but we've all played it, and I don't think the story was such a big draw to it. But like the exploring part, seeing the Duke's random event or the seaplane random event, like these new random things that they added, and even, you know, we're still finding stuff to this day. They have the peyote plants that turn you into animals. Like, that's crazy. They have the mine shaft that we can now explore. Like, who knows what else they're hiding.
Yeah, I'm really happy everything's going so well with the next gen. What about you, Quantum? How do you feel about when you picked up the controller for the first time?
Well, I didn't get it early like you guys, but the entire weekend I had these guys just in awe of how amazing it was, just playing it nonstop. They wouldn't play anything else with me except just play that on their own in single player. But when I finally picked it up and I went in online, like, you instantly know that it's completely revamped. Everything looks amazing. Just, I obsessed over puddles for probably 10 minutes. And like, and I'm not embarrassed to say it. I mean, it's unbelievable how amazing it looks. And the first person just adds to that. You just feel so immersed.
Now, there's been a lot of, I guess, controversy or love and hate in the community in regards to the online scene for Xbox One and PS4. And a lot of people are saying that there's not enough. Do you guys feel that's a true statement?
Well, I think what happened, and I'm hoping maybe in DLCs it'll get better, but they definitely focused more on single player. Like, as a revamp, obviously the first person came to online. That's cool. There was, you know, a couple new features like the contacts and I guess the whole new character creation system. But besides that, there wasn't much. Like, the upgrades from GTA last gen online to this gen wasn't that big.
There's 30 players now, but we haven't really got to experience that because the servers have been. Yeah. But apparently they're gonna fix that.
30 players. I can't get into 2-player lobbies.
That's true, but I want to see what that's like, because I'm already 16 players is insane, out of control. With almost double that, like, it's gonna be. I can't even think.
When did they announce the patch is coming out? They said it's coming out Saturday?
The patch should come out the day.
When you're watching this, you'll probably be able to play on the servers, and everything should be good to go.
I mean, for those of you that are like, oh my god, this patch is heists. It's not heist. They're just fixing stuff on the servers.
They are going to announce the heist update. They're not just going to be like springing it on a random Saturday.
I don't know, man. You never know with Rockstar.
I think it's too big to unannounce.
Yeah, they have to announce it. I think they're literally going to announce it a month before, or like 2 weeks before. Like, they're gonna create more hype, because a lot of people have lost that hype factor for heist. You know, people have been really misled with the whole heist train in terms of like, oh, it's coming in spring, oh, it's coming next week, oh, it's coming next month, and a lot of people just lost hope. And I think Rockstar is gonna do everything in their power to create that hype again within their own newswire and with the community. And I think it's really gonna have a huge success once it does drop.
Yeah, well, I think the first person, that's definitely a huge drawing point to heist, like first person heist. It's gonna be somebody mentioned this. I didn't even think about it. Like, Payday is gonna be useless. Like, who's gonna want to play Payday when you can do what you can do in Payday, but in GTA? You know. So.
I hope it's better than Payday, because I played a lot of Payday back in the day, and I really love that game. But I don't know. I can't imagine GTA 5 being.
It's so confined. Like, there's no. Oh well, obviously there's no driving in Payday, and so now that there's driving in this, and it's the entire city, I would hope it's not just going to be like one little room. Like, maybe you rob the bank and then you have to go somewhere, or maybe you have to plan it. Hopefully, you have to plan it and get supplies, but you never know.
I think it'll be.
I don't know. It'll be similar. I want to say it'll be similar to the campaign. Yeah. Not maybe like
go and get certain vehicles if you're doing it the stealthy way, or if you're doing it the guns blazing, you gotta go get guns. So
then that would be amazing. I would love that then.
Yeah.
What I would hate is if it was just like loading up a regular mission, like Mark Madrazo says, "Hey, I've got a heist." Like, okay, that would suck.
I think we can assume it's safe to say that that's not going to be the case, because they've taken so long to get it out that it's going to be pretty good.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully that's the
Well,
thing.
the one thing Rockstar with big DLCs, their track record is really good. Like I don't think I've
that's
ever
true.
seen a bad big DLC from Rockstar.
Or
Although-
a bad anything from Rockstar. I mean, Rockstar always produces quality, and that's what they're known for. I mean, they have the highest Metacritic ratings in the industry when it comes to games, and Rockstar doesn't normally let us down. So
Yeah, the PS4 version of GTA 5 was the highest rated game on there so far.
yeah, so it's gonna take a lot to beat it as well. So I look forward to everything Rockstar does produce, and at times it may seem like, oh yeah, we're just like saying things that just to look good in front of Rockstar or something like that. But this is how we honestly feel, guys. I mean, for all of us, I think we're very opinionated, and some Squadcasts will say we hate something about the game, and some Squadcasts will say we love things about the game. And definitely, this is how it is. I mean, we love the way things are, I guess, changing for GTA 5. I mean, we've come a long way this past year or 14 months.
But you bring up a point, like, just to get it out the way, we're saying the game's great. Dude, it definitely has its issues. There's,
for sure.
I mean, right off the bat, you think online, no animals. I mean, what else? Like
that's a big disappointment.
Stuff. How they kind of made it seem like all this exclusive stuff is gonna be amazing, but it's only in single player. Not many people are gonna play single player. That many people play online with friends. So it's kind of like they were misleading people. And I mean, there's obviously more than that stuff. That's just the big things. But in due time, hopefully everything works out. They were asking people for, I guess, opinions on what they can do to make the game better. And over the past couple of months, Rockstar has been listening with recent patches and doing things to the game mechanics and stuff like that. So we can only hope that it gets better. And like, I guess we can say that pretty much out of every game this year, maybe there's been like one or two.
I can only think
even
of
though
Far
it's a
Cry.
re-release.
That's the only one I can think of that
it's one of the
even
best.
compares.
So like, Rockstar definitely is still the king, or on top atop the hill, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like the game has so many problems, like heist, just all these things, disappointments, online, all that, whatever. But if you like, and it's hard to look at it this way, but even all those compared to any other game, I would way rather play GTA. Like, I can't think of another game that came out this year that I would ever play over GTA. They don't have the replay value. They don't have the online, like, play with friends, all that. Like, I can't, and except for, like, a Call of Duty, but, I mean, I've played too much of that
yeah,
it's
so
worn down.
Definitely Rockstar have the game right where they want it. And if they were smart and, they obviously want to make money, then, they're going to do what it takes to get that. So it's definitely going to be a fun couple of months and years. And then, once PC comes out, geez, who knows what's going to happen when that comes out.
Is that January or February?
January 27th.
All right, so almost February.
It's going to be a very, very great start of the year, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone looks forward to PC. Even if you don't have a PC, people still look forward to it. Just because the possibilities are so endless with PC. Hopefully Rockstar doesn't restrict us too much, because everyone knows that Rockstar despises modding. I mean, they just do not like people messing with their intellectual property.
See, you say that, but then, like, I think we mentioned it a little bit earlier with the peyote plants. They literally took what modders did last gen and put it as a feature in the game. Yeah. Like, they took people transforming into like all these crazy animals and characters, and they put it into the game as an Easter egg. So like, I mean, maybe they're turning over the leaf. No. And they're gonna allow modding.
Last time I was in New York, I asked, "How do you guys feel about modding?" And it was just like
crickets.
Blanket. Yeah, it was just like, really? Are you asking us that? Like, it was like, all right, hey, there's beer. That's pretty much.
So it's a sensitive topic with them, basically.
Because the thing is like, I know how Rockstar sees it. It's like someone grabbing a video off your channel and editing it to how they want it, or like taking your work and trying to make it better when you already think it's already the best it can be. And I think I've always said, Rockstar's a very old-fashioned company when it comes to a lot of things, but that's why they're so successful. I mean, they do things very well. They do it in their own way. They're very mysterious, but it works. I mean, it works very well for them. And you know, an example like Minecraft modding is huge, where the mod community for Minecraft has kept that game alive.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think Rockstar wants to do the same thing, but they want to be that light that keeps it alive. They don't want to have to rely on the community to keep it alive. I think they're making progress and steps in the right direction with the content creator and things like that, but we won't get a full grasp of what their plans are until PC drops. We won't have an understanding of where Rockstar stands with modding. Like, I could email Rockstar and call them and be like, hey, how do you guys feel about it? But they're not going to be like, yeah, go ahead, do whatever you want to our game. Like, no game company is going to really ever want to say that. I mean, they have things in place how they want it at times. And Rockstar is one of the few exceptions that actually wouldn't allow it, I believe. So
yeah, well, I don't know. It was just funny though how like one of these like new features in the game was something that like the modders were doing, on the old consoles.
Didn't they say they weren't gonna patch glitches though? Like, or am I wrong? Didn't they say at one point if it didn't affect like the gameplay, they weren't gonna patch it? And I don't know,
they're kind of spotty on that. Like some glitches they've patched that it's like really like they still don't have modded colors in the game. I mean, like you can have modded colors, but you can't put a crew color on top of a matte or on top of metallics like you could before. So
which I don't know how that would affect like gameplay, but
yeah, I don't know if it was accidental or not, but
well, even the fix they made onto Trevor's meth lab for when we did heist prep.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I thought of it.
We were recording heist preps the other day, and we went to go use Trevor's meth lab as like our little, I guess, set. We went to go get on the AC unit to get inside, and Rockstar removed the AC unit required to jump inside the window. So I mean, they make changes that they think are fit for the game. Not sure if it's always on purpose. An example, like once they fixed gliding, and like and the Sunday community was like, what the hell? They noticed, oh wait, we made a tweak that adjusted gliding and stunting, so let's go ahead and redo that, put it back. So
I think that was the same for GTA 4. I don't know if you remember the swing set glitch that everyone always did.
And then they put it back in.
Yeah, they instantly put that back in because everyone was so upset that they removed it. But
that was one of the best glitches ever.
I think it's a good thing that Rockstar's being proactive. I mean, you obviously want that from because with GTA 4, it obviously didn't have Grand Theft Auto Online, but it was 2 DLCs and done. Rockstar went quiet for like 4 years in terms of GTA 4 content. And now you can't go a month without getting a Grand Theft Auto Online update. So it's...
Although recently, but I guess because they're preparing for
next gen. At the same rate, Rockstar is one of the most engaging companies when it comes to their community. I feel as if they are one of...
Do you think that?
Oh yeah, man.
Well, this problem that a lot of people in the community, they don't like secrets. That's the one thing. Like, I understand secrets for maybe single player. You're trying to keep stuff hidden for people to find, or whatever. But like, when you're not telling the community about DLCs or updates, I mean, at least like once a month, just give us something. Like, just let us know that you're doing something. Yeah, just like.
Or say like, here's what's on the horizon. Here's things you should look out for in the next month or so.
The reason why they don't do that is because they don't want to screw themselves, and that's what they did with Heist. I mean, they really.
Yeah, I feel like that's why DLCs aren't announced anymore.
No. I don't mean like announce stuff in the future, but just like it would have been cool, or it'd have been nice for them if while starting going all the way back to online last year, whenever they originally planned on releasing Heist, once they had made that decision to delay them. Like, give us updates like once a month. Like, all right, look, so we're delaying Heist for this reason. We're not going to give you guys a date on when. Just know we're working on it. Or just give us something. That's what I think why a lot of the community does not like Rockstar. And that's why a lot of people are very vocal, especially on the news wires and when Rockstar tweets about stuff. Just because we're in the dark, and nobody likes to be in the dark. That's
they said before online came out, though, didn't they say that Heist were coming with online? And then it came out and they're like, oh, well, we got to fix them. It's going to be a month. Then a month comes by and, oh, it's going to be in spring. And then spring, and then it's fall. And now it's, who knows, next update, whatever. Just, I would love for them to say, we're still working on bugs or just something solid that we can actually know.
Yeah. Like, the delaying is one thing, but let us know why it's being delayed. That's all I'm asking for. And I think a lot of the community would be happy with that. Like, yeah, it sucks it's delayed, but at least we know. And Rockstar's like, all right, look, guys, we're still working. There's some bugs, frame rate. We're coding for first person, so we're trying to make this perfect. So it's gonna be.
Do you think that's why there was the original delay, first person mode?
Oh, for sure, man. They probably.
Then that would probably be a reason why they couldn't maybe tell us something, because they didn't give away the first person information until.
Okay, you got me there, but just for, I don't know, any updates or just in the future.
But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Not be that secretive.
Yeah, a little transparency would be ultra nice.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I guess one thing I was thinking of, and actually it might tie into one of our speak pipe questions, but if we could I'll just ask you guys, if you could add one feature to either, I guess we'll just say online.
Oh.
Either from single player or something that would be logical, just to make the game better.
So 2 online from single player.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and, I mean, you can say animals, but I think that's like a given.
That's
like,
the common one that a lot of people are gonna say now. Honestly, it would be random events. Like, if you're driving on the highway in GTA 5, there could be like a guy's car's getting stolen, or like a girl is getting pulled out of a vehicle or something like that. Just random events. Make it a little bit more exciting.
Make the world more alive.
Yes, exactly.
All right. What about you, Quantum?
Oh, for sure, I would want better car customization. Like, they added what are they called? The liveries or livery, whatever. They added those.
But those are only in single player.
Yeah, they're not online, first off.
And it's only on specific cars.
It's pretty limited, too. Even on those cars, like, what you can put on. It's like 3-4 things. So I would love, like, a Midnight Club where you can have shapes and colors and all that and put it all on. And I wonder, maybe graphically they can't do that or something with the engine. Or maybe it's just as simple as they think people are going to put inappropriate things. Which
there'll be lots of male and female genitalia all over that.
But, yeah. So I would love that, though. It would just make... Because then, like, car shows, you can show off actual... Like, it's not the same car, like, oh, here we got another chrome adder again.
Cars would be more unique.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot more unique.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then what about you, Garrett?
I think, like, I don't know. I'm really, really big into the random events that Ross said, but I would like to see some more, like, type of jobs you can do. Like different type of stuff. Like cops... No, like cops and crooks type of stuff. Like, maybe playing as a police officer and having a role, or like more gang events that are centralized to your crew or stuff like that. Like stuff, either do more with your crew or do more with a aspect of working as a police officer, and something like that. Like cops and crooks would be cool.
Yeah, people love to role play, so like that's
yeah. All right, well, I actually have 2, I've talked about this in one of my videos recently, but going back to the whole peyote plants and how you turn into animals, they already have that in the game. So, like, it would be awesome if they could make that into, like, a deathmatch. Like, you can put that as a deathmatch. Like, you can have one team as, like, bobcats, and then one team is, like, people with pistols. And it's, like, the hunters versus the hunted. Or you could have, with the creator mode, people can have some really cool stuff, like, in the ocean with a bunch of, I don't know, objects everywhere, and there's like a shark, and then everybody else is a fish, and it's like hide and seek, but in the ocean. Like, that'd be, I don't know, I think that'd be really cool.
That'll for sure be in PC.
Like, more customization to death matches, I think. Like, that'd be awesome. And then the next thing, and I actually brought this up to Ross a couple hours ago before we're doing this. How cool would it be in online if they had rare cars? Like, they have customized cars in single player. You see them a lot. They're a little bit more rare in online, but they do still spawn. And examples of that, I've seen people with Sand Kings that are like huge rims, yellow, on the beach, and it's like an NPC car. You can get it and you can sell it for like $20,000. But how cool would it be if they went more in depth with that? And similar to like a Borderlands or Destiny, with how they have like the exotic guns, and like these guns have their own attributes, they have their own names. How cool would it be if like a car had its own special name and its own attributes? Like Ross brought up, what if, I don't know if there's a Camaro in the game, but if there was one, it would be like yellow and black, and it would be called the Bumblebee. But it would be like super rare to get, and I don't know if it would just be like a rare spawn or if it would be you'd have to trigger something. But that would just add more to people collecting cars, because I think cars are definitely one of the biggest things in online. Customizing them, showing them off, and if you had like this really rare car that was like called like the Bumblebee, that'd be awesome. I don't know, at least to me, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Well, the cars are almost the only thing that you can kind of show off and not be the same as someone else. I guess your clothing, but bigger deal than that is the cars, because everyone's always, that's pretty much all GTA Online is, or it was on last gen, is just driving around in the cars. So everyone wants to have a cool looking car, so that would be interesting.
I mean, it's definitely a huge part of the game, so might as well make, if anything were to come in like that, it would make the most sense. It would be vehicles. So
yeah, I mean, because I think what we're going to see over the next couple months is, now that Rockstar's kind of like done with single player, like obviously they'll probably do a single player DLC, but like they're done with all the new stuff to single player. Now it's time to work online and make that, you know, a lot better. So it should be cool. But I guess, well, let's see, what haven't we really talked about with the new game?
We covered first person. We covered you know, the new returning player items. We covered.
Well, we can talk about your favorite, Garrett, the whales, the aquatic dolphins,
the aquatic animals.
Yeah,
I think that we already covered the Peyote plants. I think that's a great addition to GTA 5, that, like you guys mentioned before, in terms of the mods. Like modders used to do it before, and now we actually have it in the game. I think it's cool to have it in single player. I sort of wish it was online as well, though.
Yeah, that would be cool to do.
Though, that I just wish was in online. I really don't know why it isn't. Maybe it is just they can't handle it, the animals in online. But then why?
I don't know, man.
Then why would the libraries not be in online? Like, there's no way that can be.
One thing I want to bring up is the fact that loading times are a bit faster, but not like increasing.
They're not. It's not light speed.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, loading into anything else. It's just, it still takes a while, man.
Well, I'm sure if like, I'm sure the loading times changed in respect to all the new stuff they added. Like, I'm sure the loading time is like a huge upgrade, but because they also upgraded the world and added all these new things, that takes away from it as well.
Well, no, the loading times in single player are really fast, but online it's faster, but it's still kind of a little bit slow, just because their servers, like the cloud servers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't really have any issues. Like, if you're going in and do an invite only, it's almost instant. Like, it's
you guys
switching characters in single player.
More time, like, you know, GTA 5 Online's release for PS4 and Xbox One, things would be much smoother.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it took what? It took them a month last year to smooth out online.
I hope it's.
So I think they've learned their lesson, and we'll be good. And then, you know, if not today, when the patch that they're releasing goes live, you know, within a couple of days.
Hopefully that's the case.
I hope so as well. But let's go and take this opportunity to check out some speak pipes, or squeak pipes as we call them here. You guys, basically, if you have no idea what that is, every time we do a Squadcast, right before the Squadcast on Saturday or Friday, I guess, we tweet out a link so you guys can submit your questions via voice, and we answer them live here on the Squadcast. So, Austin, take it away.
All right. Well, one of these questions, I'm just going to play it from Lewis, but it was basically, if we could add one thing from single player, what would it be online? So just to give Lewis.
Love your vid. What feature from single player do you think should have been added to online? Just wondering. Love the vids. Keep up the good work.
We already answered that, so thank you, Lewis, for the awesome question. But then the next question we have is from Luca. I think he actually was on the last podcast.
Hello, Ross, Garrett, and Austin. Me again, Luca. My question is, with the whole replaying of this, having to replay the story on next gen, Rockstar make it very clear that they do want players to play the main story. But I know a lot of people who only buy the game for online. So my question is, do you think in the next GTA game, Rockstar would implement that you can only go onto online when you finish the final mission?
I know that, like, this is taking it way back, like 2009, So World at War, a little Call of Duty game. They introduced a game mode called Nazi Zombies, and it was only available once you beat the campaign. And now you guys know that all the Treyarch Call of Duties have zombies, and it's a huge thing. So his question was like, you unlock online after you complete the single player?
Yeah, that's the only way you unlock online.
I mean, it would certainly force people to beat the single player. There's no doubt about that.
That put a lot of pressure.
But
on
I also feel like that would have a negative, because you would get people who'd say like, "Ugh, I'm just gonna rush through the campaign, don't care, let me get this over with," instead of actually enjoying it.
Yeah, well, I think that's why there was a numerous amount of people that were kind of mad that the exclusive items from when you got from last gen to this gen, like the seaplane or not the seaplane, but the library cars and the Dukes of Death, like they were kind of mad that that wasn't online, because in the trailer, you know, Rockstar, they would already promote it with all these pictures, but then it was only in single player. So I think there's a ton of people who like really don't care about online. As sad as that is, because obviously the story and the single player, everything is amazing, but they just want to get in the game, play with friends. And I mean, World at War was kind of an exception with the zombie thing, but I don't think, because
I think it was another generation. I don't think it was so long ago that they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, every game is all about like multiplayer and playing with friends. So I don't think
I liked it though. I liked how they released this GTA. I mean, it did not need to be a month. I don't think they released it a month later so that you could finish the campaign. But I think that they should be maybe a week, because then I don't feel pressured just to jump in online, because otherwise everyone's gonna get an advantage over me. And then I was able to just play it in the 2 days that I finished it in. Then I was fine to go and ready to go for online. But they would never require it, because it's just, they would lose too much money. Like, who would want to play through? How long is the campaign? 20 hours if they're just buying.
That's if you're rushing.
Online.
That's if you're rushing and just jumping from straight to main objective to main objective.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not even fun at that point. Like, enjoy it.
Yeah, but
So.
you know, obviously we'll have to wait and see until GTA 6, whenever that is.
Oh,
They said that was coming out sooner, right? They said like 3 years
I don't
instead of 6 or whatever it was.
Who knows?
I don't know about that one.
All right, well, moving on.
Stay tuned.
I was just gonna
Exactly.
say that.
Stay tuned.
All right, well, next question we have is from Anonymous.
Paging
I like
Anonymous.
Gary Berry, and I think he's really
Oh
cute.
my god.
TG out.
Oh,
That was typical gamer. Oh,
so what are your thoughts on that, Gary Berry?
oh god. Shout out to typical gamer. Good friend of all of ours.
Friend of the Squadcast.
Friend of the squad. Friend of the squad. Friend. Oh god.
All right, and then finally the last
This
question
guy,
here.
man.
Last question from John.
Hey squad, how's it going? Just want to get this started by saying, love your guys' content. Really, I really enjoy watching you guys every day. But
that
let's just
Quantum?
get that out of the way,
Yeah.
because what I wanted to ask was, what was your favorite moment of last gen? Next gen just came out. I'm enjoying a lot, but really, I had a lot of great moments in last gen. I'm really wondering what your favorite ones were. Also, happy birthday, Garrett.
All right, well, thank you for the
Garrett.
question, John. So what was your favorite thing about Next Gen? And happy birthday, Garrett.
I'm so confused. But,
I'm so confused too. So someone else take this.
Okay, well, let's see. Favorite thing about last gen? That's tough. I mean, the entire game, what it did on last gen was incredible. Like, it pushed the limits. You can just say, like, what Rockstar accomplished. Any in particular thing?
Oh,
I'm
man.
not sure if he means, like, online or single player.
There was some funny
But-
moments online in stream, but
Yeah, but I mean, last gen specific. I don't know. It's a tough question. Let us know your thoughts, your favorite thing in the comment section. I don't know. Do you guys have anything?
I don't
really,
have anything.
in
I think just the
particular.
memories, because it's like that's where we all grew. That's where we met and became friends, and you know, all the old heist preps that we did, like 8 episodes on.
Yeah.
So I'd say the memory is just the nostalgia factor.
And by the way, little plug here: season 2 of Heist Prep is coming out Sunday.
If you've made it this far, you deserve a
You know what?
tease.
The word in the comments that we
Heist
got,
Prep.
Heist Prep. Just put Heist Prep anyway.
Spam
you
it.
want Just spam it.
And it's gonna be good. I think it was really.
I think
gonna
this is the
be
best one
amazing.
we've done so far.
yeah.
Sure. So you guys are going to be in for a treat on Sunday.
If you've watched this far in the podcast, you deserve to know what our Sunday video is going to be.
So I don't know. I think that's. I mean, any last thoughts on last gen? I think what Ross said pretty much sums it up.
Yeah,
I think-
that's everything. If you guys enjoy the Squadcast, make sure you guys do drop a like if you watched it this far. Check out Cladwell.com as our sponsor for today's Squadcast. Anything else you want to say to wrap this up, Austin, Quantum?
Well, it's only been a couple days, but so far, with the minor servers going down, online's going great. We're having a blast, and I can't wait to see what happens over the next couple weeks with all the content we create and what Rockstar does. So it's going to be really fun.
Should be really good.
Yep. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next Squadcast, which is next Saturday. Later, guys.
See ya.
Bye.